Hey guys, Dave and Brandy's Excursions travel here with a ship tour of the Carnival Freedom. She is a Conquest class ship holding in at 110,000 gross ton, 2,980 passengers at double occupancy, along with 1,150 team members on board, and she entered service in 2007. So come along, let's explore this beautiful ship. So let's start on deck 3 and we'll head forward to the Victoriana main lounge. This is your main theater where you can see all the production shows and game shows like the Welcome Aboard show, 80s Pop to the Max, Soulbound, Deal or No Deal, Love and Marriage, and The World Works Here. Exiting the theater on the starboard side, you'll see the stairs, elevator banks, and right next to me now is guest services. The friendly customer service staff will help you with any questions that you may have. And we're into the heart of the ship, the main atrium area. Here is actually where we came in to board on the ship. And we're at the Millennium Lobby. You got the bar, little dance floor, stage, and the classic, iconic glass elevators. And across the way, there is a little spot where the Dream Studio is. Here's where you could consult with the professional photographers and have that fancy photo shoot. And then we got the Carnival Adventures desk. So this will be your shore excursions desk. If you want to purchase a shore excursion or are looking for some advice, they'll gladly help you with that. And here you will also find the chic dining room. This is one of 2 main dining rooms on the ship. And this is the main level of the chic dining room. And in the aft of deck 3 is the posh dining room. Oh no, the markers aren't on the table yet. And like the chic dining room, this is the main level of the posh dining room. And since we're in the posh dining room, we're gonna head up these stairs and head to deck 4 so we could check out the second tier of the posh restaurant. And when you exit the posh restaurant, you'll find the Habana Bar. This was the spot for the karaoke. You would come out from dinner every night and there would be somebody belting a tune, and there were a lot of good singers on our sailing. So if you want to belt out a tune or just be a spectator, this is where you would hang out. And there's a little hallway here to get across the ship. The stairs up to your left go to deck 5, but we're gonna keep on walking. You'll actually find some restrooms here. And here you'll find the entrance to Club O2. This is the teens hangout for ages 15 to 17 years old. All right, let's keep on walking. And you'll find some elevator banks. And then the second tier of the chic dining room. And after you leave the chic dining room, you'll find the Pixels Gallery. Now, it's all closed up because it was early morning and all the photos and the equipment are not out, but this is where you get your photos. And it is not digital on the ship yet, so it's all the printed photos. So you'll have to search for them. And we're going to make a little loop after looking at the atrium. You see Pixels right there. And then we're gonna hang left again, going towards the chic dining room on the second level. And here you're going to find Circle C, which is the tweens club, ages 12 to 14 years old. It was locked, so I couldn't get in, but here's a little rough idea of what Circle C looks like. And here you'll find the Monticello Library. This was a neat little hangout if you just want to get away from all the hustle a little bit and you want to find a nice quiet spot to read a book or play some board games, card games. Just a nice little nook to hang out in. And lastly, on deck 4, we're heading towards one of the entrances to the Victoriana main lounge, just on the balcony level. So we're going to cut up to deck 5 in the stairwell of the atrium, just to get a nice little overview of the atrium. So you see all the shops here, but we're going to bypass them here and go to the top tier of the Victoriana main lounge. I guess you would consider this section the nosebleed section. But it has some nice spots, especially for people with scooters that just want to watch from there. And still a good view of the whole theater. There might be a pole or two in the way, but it happens. Now let's head towards aft and we're going to check out the fun shops. Here's a little bit of shiny stuff, blingy stuff, watches, bags. And how conveniently they put an ATM here as well. I mean, granted, you do use your sale and sign card for your purchases, but it's there if you need it. But they do have an Effie store. And they do have some handbags. And of course, you gotta have the cherry on top if you want to get a little sweet treat. It's a small little cherry on top, but it does the job. And now we are coming across the Heroes Tribute Bar. And I know I say this on every ship that has one of these, and most of the ships have them now, but I absolutely love that Carnival did this. They pay tribute for our men and women in the armed forces here and past. I absolutely love this. And daughter of a Navy veteran, I really do appreciate this. And we got more fun shops, but in this section it's more of the logo wear, kind of like your ship models and all that. And there's also the liquor and tobacco area, and they do have like a little convenient area also if you have any last minute stuff that you forgot at the house that you're gonna pay a little extra for, but it's there if you need it. Now, let's head on to the Babylon Casino. And of course, it has your table games, your slots, basically what every ship casino has. And here's the back entrance to the Heroes Tribute Bar. But let's take a gander around the casino. Hey, I think this is about a good time for a shameless plug. So if you want to experience this or any other cruise, I could gladly help. Links to my TA information is in the description box of the video or in the email address I just popped up on the screen. Okay, let's go back to the tour. And actually here, there are two machines that you could actually break bills or even cash out. So you don't have to go to the cashier's desk if you don't want to. You can actually cash out your winnings here. Or if you want to spend more money, there's an ATM there as well. But there is the cashier's desk right there. And this ship still has a casino bar. I know some of the new refits and dry docks, they've been taking some of the bars out of the casino, but this one still has it. And there's a stage there for entertainment. Sometimes the soloist or the duo will play there while you're making your donations. So this little walkway here is called the Centuries Promenade. I just love the setup on the Conquest class ships where it has the seating on the side and just you can watch everybody walk by and people watch. And right here is the Carnival Adventures store. So you could buy t-shirts or a cool water bottle which has stickers of all the ships out now, which I may have gotten one. Then we have the Java Blue Cafe, where you can get your coffees, pastries, energy drinks, and you have the Red Frog Pub. The Red Frog Pub is always a fun venue to hang out at. This is our vibe. Sometimes they do have some merchandise for sale, like t-shirts, the fish bowls, the pins, the beer glasses. And this bar is pretty big. And of course you got the stage right there for all the awesome entertainment. Lots of seating. You got a foosball table. You got a shuffleboard table. And there's even a couple setups there for cornhole if you want to play. And you can play darts as well. But yeah, the entertainment, the band that's on the ship, oh my god. They were phenomenal. We spent a couple nights just hanging out listening to the band, and they were really good. Alright, walking on the promenade once again. And now we're gonna head to the kids' casino, the Warehouse Arcade. Yeah, they had a lot of cool games in here. Now, these machines are relatively new, so actually it's a parent's godsend because you actually have to buy an arcade package in order for your kids or anybody to play. So here are some of the pricings there. And the only reason I knew that is because I wanted to play the little duck game. I couldn't just play one game. But there you go. On to the 70s nightclub. So this is where you could get down with your bad self and dance the night away. And of course, you have to have a Carnival staple. We have the Alchemy Bar. Here's where you can get your craft cocktails made by these awesome alchemists. And they always have the cure to whatever's ailing you. And next to the Alchemy is Scott's Piano Bar. Here's where you can hang out with the piano bar player and just have a good old time and sing along. And then in the aft of Deck 5 is the International Lounge. This is where they had the comedy shows during the evenings and some in the afternoon. But this is one of my favorite comedy venues on a Carnival ship that are on the Conquest class. There is so much seating, so much space. It just, you don't feel cramped. And last thing on Deck 5 is the Swing Time Bar. I personally never really seen anything happening in this area, but maybe we were never at the right time to see anything happen. But if anything's happening here, this is where you would go, I guess. But it is a nice little cozy area. So decks 6, 7, and 8 are all strictly staterooms. So let's head on up to deck 9 and check out the lido area. We found it. We found the lido. Of course, you got a couple hot tubs here. Towel exchange area. And coming across the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. So if you're in the mood for a margarita or a tequila sunrise, this would be your spot. And of course, across from Blue Iguana Tequila Bar is the Blue Iguana Cantina. This is where you would find your breakfast burritos, breakfast tacos, huevos rancheros, arepas in the morning. Of course, your regular tacos and burritos in the afternoon. And as you've seen there, you could also get wings at an upcharge. And I could tell you, we've had them on a couple of ships. They are really good. And of course, you gotta have a pool on the lido deck. This is called the Timeless Pool. And it wouldn't be a Carnival ship without Guy's Burger Joint. If you're craving for a good smash burger, this would be the place to go. Whether you're craving a plain Jane, a Chili's Maximus, a straight up, ringer, or the pig patty, they got what you are hankering for. And of course, ice cream. And they got the toppings bar, so you could add more to your burger. And next to Guy's Burger Joint, you have the Red Frog Rum Bar. If you're craving that little rum cocktail, this would be your go-to. So that brings us up to the question, are you a red frog or blue iguana? Comment down below. And of course, you gotta have your buffet. This is the Grand Buffet. And yes, it's a different time of day in this video because it's the buffet. It's always packed. But filming at 11 o'clock at night, it was easy enough to show you Bonsai Sushi Express. It is an upcharge, but if you want some sushi, you could get it here. But the buffet has your normal buffet offerings, your international cuisine, your comfort food. You got the carvery for like beef, turkey, and all that. So it has a little bit of everything. And of course, you gotta have desserts. But there are a couple stairs here leading to the barbecue on deck 10. We'll get to that in a little bit. But we just wanted to show those stairs how you get to deck 10 to the barbecue. One of the ways. And on the other side of the buffet is the deli. If you're just craving just a quick sandwich, the ham and cheese is pretty good. Buffalo chicken sandwich, Dave approves. There's a lot of good hot and cold sandwiches here, and it's all included. And if Java Blue's busy, you could come up here to the coffee bar. Now let's head on to the aft of deck 9 to check out the aft pool and the offerings back here. There is a beverage station along with ice cream and yogurt. And for food offerings back here, we have the Seafood Shack. And of course, it is an upcharge for the Seafood Shack. But at least it's something different if you don't want any of the buffet food or main dining room food. Just something different. And then across the way, you got the Pizza Pirate. In personal opinion, we've had a few cruise line pizzas. Carnival's in the top percentage for the pizzas for us. And you got a bar back here. I just love the seating back here. You just grab a quick pizza, a couple beers by the view of the aft. It's so nice back here. And there's a couple of hot tubs here as well by the pool. And lastly, you got the endless pool. All right, it's time to go to deck 10. Get a nice overview of the lido area, but let's head on inside. If you want a good nice little romantic dinner that involves beef. Of course, we're talking about the Steakhouse, the Sun King Steakhouse. And of course, Steakhouse is an upcharge, but anytime we've eaten at any of the steakhouses, you do not leave hungry. You don't. Oh, remember those stairs back in the buffet going to the barbecue? We're gonna show that now. So this is the old-fashioned barbecue on deck 10. And I'll let you know, it says old-fashioned barbecue, but it's Guys Pick and Anchor without the licensing. It's the same selections, the same sides, the same sauces. So yeah, if you're craving a little barbecue, head on up there. There's lots of seating up here. And it kind of gets away from the hustle and bustle of the main buffet area. And you can kind of see the overview of the buffet there. And there are beverage stations here. And we'll take a little walk outside on deck 10 because there's a bunch of loungers up here and a nice little walkway. Stairs from deck 9 to deck 10 by that bar by the aft pool. But yeah, there's a bunch of seating here, a couple benches. And on this side, there is no smoking, but on the starboard side, there is smoking areas available. So yeah, just a little heads up to your smokers out there. So starboard side on deck 10, you could smoke. Starboard side on deck 3, you could smoke. And of course, in the casino. So yeah, you can see there are a whole bunch of loungers on deck 10. So if you don't want to be part of the whole Lido crowd shenanigans, but still kind of want to hear the music and whatnot, you could come up here. Alright, let's head on to deck 11 to the Spa Carnival. So basically this is Cloud9 Spa without the licensing yet. Basically, it's still the same thing. And of course they have a shop to buy all the beauty treatments available on board. And they do supply LMS. And LMS is a good product. And across the way here is the beauty salon. I didn't go in because there was somebody getting their hair did in there, but yeah, you could go get a pedicure, manicure, or have your hair did. Now I'm in the women's locker room. Of course, the men's is going to be the same thing as what I'm going to show with the women's. But yeah, they got the lockers, they got the bathrooms, they got the showers. Both sides have the sauna. And a nice view of Nassau. Views will vary. But they got nice showers in here to clean off. And of course, you got the fitness center. They got plenty of treadmills, ellipticals, all the fun workout stuff. And both sides do have a steam room as well. And outside on deck 11, there's the sports deck. So you could play basketball, soccer in that little area. But right now, I'm on the jogging track. And we're going behind the big screen here, the dive-in movie screen. And on the aft of deck 11 is the mini golf course. Now let's go to deck 12. Here you will find Camp Ocean. So these are for the littles. And Camp Ocean is from ages 2 to 11. And also in here is Dr. Seuss's Bookville. Outside of Camp Ocean, there's a few other little sports areas. You can play ping pong. There's a foos table over there. And there's even a couple of pool tables. I never quite understood playing pool on a moving ship. I don't know. And then we have the Camp Ocean Playground. And now let's walk up these stairs to go to deck 14. There's no 13 on Carnival, so it goes from 12 to 14. And let's check out the Serenity area. This is the adults only area, which is 21 plus. You got a couple hot tubs up here. There's no pool, unfortunately, with this Serenity area, but at least you got a couple of hot tubs. And just outside of Serenity is the entrance to the waterworks. And this concludes our ship tour of the Carnival Freedom. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. And if you want to book the Freedom? Contact me. Links to my travel agencies down below. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you on the next excursion.